The Russell Lighted Christmas Parade brought to you by STOPPEL Supply Company Incorporated, USD 407 of Russell, Fossil Creek Hotels and Suites, USA Express Convenience and Gas, Southwind Bank, POHLMAN-VARNER Peeler Mortuary, Russell County Eco Development, Bennett & Schulte Oil Company, and Eagle Communications. Welcome to the 2019 Lighted Christmas Parade in Russell. I'm Mike Kerner and Connie Blanke with me. You've been with me, what, a couple of years now?
Yep, I think 3 or 4 years.
Well, Connie's been with me, and Connie knows this Russell pretty well. We've got the Lighted Christmas Parade going right now, and we've got our law enforcement leading the way.
Right, this is our City of Holiday Lights is the theme this year for the parade, showcasing all the different neighborhoods in the community. And that's the Highway Patrol, the Sheriff's Department, and the City of Russell Police Department, followed by our VFW Color Guard.
And we see the VFW Color Guard right now. We're going to see a lot of stuff in the parade tonight. We'll have some award winners, but I was going to have you elaborate a little bit on that neighborhood, the neighborhood themes. That's been going on for a long time here in Russell.
Long time here. Started in the 60s, and each neighborhood has picked throughout the years different themes that they want to represent. And some are the candy canes, some have snowmen, some have lighted stars.
What do we have here? Look at this.
Well, this is our Vinoc Fest, promoting the Vinoc Fest Festival, which is coming up next weekend on Saturday, December the 14th from 11 to 3. So this is the Main Street promotion promoting that.
So there's a lot of great things that happen with that Winoc. In fact, didn't they have buttons for a long time too?
There are buttons. You can still purchase buttons, and you win a famous Santa. So it's a pretty good deal. The children actually designed the buttons, and that's who was on the float that we just saw.
We're going to see our Family of the Year for Russell now in the parade. Family of the Year, how is that voted on?
That is voted on by Russell Main Street Incorporated. The community can nominate people, obviously families in the community, and then that board of directors makes a decision on who wins that.
And it's the Bolton family this year.
It is the Bolton family. They'll get a ride later on the train to celebrate their commitment and their family and celebrate that in the community.
Got them spread out a little bit here tonight. I remember one year they were spread out I don't know who was running the parade that year.
I don't know, but we had a lot to talk about that year.
We did. But some years we get them pretty close and we have to go really fast, but I think we're okay this year. Right now it looks like Elaine Bowers and also Troy Waymaster. We've seen Troy around town a lot. He grew up around the area.
Yes, he did. And Elaine is our Republican member of the Kansas Senate representing the 36th District, and Troy is the Republican that represents the 109th District in Kansas House of Representatives. And we're always appreciative they come and support our community events.
But Troy's here all the time anyway.
We try and keep him here, but he's spending some time in Topeka.
Exactly. Coming up next will be, I believe it's your mayor.
Yes. And he is in a 1953 Chevy with a few lights on the back that I think you can see it specialized in. I don't know how long Kurt's been mayor. I should know that.
I would say, I don't know, I'm saying 6 years, but maybe it's been less than that.
Could
it
be
seems like,
than that.
but it could be. So we've got that. And then we'll see the Holiday Express train coming our way. It's the Mecca Plaza Holiday Express train. And the Mecca's kind of done a really cool transformation just over the last few years.
Yes, they took new ownership a year ago and they really expanded. Obviously got the plaza in terms of shopping, got that opened back up. They have a huge Christmas store inside there. They have a vape shop. They have a chiropractor's offices in there. And of course, during the holidays, they feature the Plaza Holiday Express train that gives rides on the weekend throughout the community.
Well, I know that at one time it was kind of a thriving business and area, that Mecca Mall, but it kind of went through some slow times and now revamped, and it's nice to see that in downtown Russell.
It is. It's been a good holiday tradition. They created that. In fact, I have a rumor that I think Santa and Mrs. Claus might be there after the parade.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's a rumor,
that's what I hear. The rumor is if they arrive in town tonight, that's where they're going to be.
All right, so the Mecca Holiday Plaza. Next on the itinerary looks like the Russell Rotary Club.
It is the Russell Rotary Club, and this one you can actually see on it some of this neighborhood City of Lights that we were talking about. see the nutcracker, see the big gingerbread. You can kind of see on the float the reindeer, the sleigh. Those are different neighborhood lighting projects. We're working on creating patterns for all those in the community so people can purchase those or buy just the wood and paint and create their own.
And people, if they live in that neighborhood that has one of these, they can elaborate as much as they want in their yard, right?
That is correct. That's right. It's just part of the celebration, but it's kind of cool when you drive through the neighborhood, you see these themes. When it was originally started, it was started to build community. Like, so somebody painted down the street, somebody was a wood artist, so they would cut out a pattern. In our area of town, we have the stars, and those were all soldered together and welded out of sucker rod, out of the oil patch, and then lighted and decorated. So that's kind of where it started. Different components were used, and then the neighborhoods got together and all did their own thing with them. It was a very fun building of community.
I would think the star one would be the easiest one to do.
Well, yes and no if you're a welder.
I guess so.
Okay, this is the Historical Society.
I would assume from this, yes.
Yes, this is the Model A, and they have a new transportation museum that they're promoting, and actually for the first time in several years, the Historical Society has been given lots of different vehicles over years, but they didn't have any place to display them, and so now they have a new building, so they're going to showcase that and have different exhibits in there.
I also meant to mention this, and I didn't, but they give out prizes first, second, third place for the floats that go by, and Russell Rotary, which went by just a little bit ago,
right,
was second place. The next one we're going to see the one that went by a little bit ago, the Russell Rotary was second place. The one we're going to see in just a moment with the Cub Scouts was third place winner today.
Right, and it's from the it brings you to the North Pole, and the North Pole is a neighborhood theme that's on actually the north edge of town, up on Main Street. And this is a Cub Scouts that worked hard during their meetings to complete this float that you're going to see. Pack. It's important that you get that, so Russell Pack 118. And I think we've bought some popcorn from them, so they're thanking the community for all the support that we give the Boy Scouts.
So Pack 118 in our
Looks like
Russell...
they got some tents with lights on them. I don't know if they're going to spend the night in those tents tonight. It might be a little cool.
It would be way too cool. When you first said tents, I thought you said tins, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. They got tins on there. They're still going to sell more of that tin with popcorn in it. I guess not.
No.
So that was our third place winner right there, Cub Scout Pack 118.
And this is now a Boy Scout pack that we're getting to see in the Jeep that's lighted up in front of you.
All right, so it's Boy Scout, Boy Scouts. That's a lot of lights on this one.
It is, and I think the Boy Scouts are really looking to expand and get some new members, so they're doing ways to promote their activities in town. We had a really strong Boy Scout program with a lot of Eagle Scouts out of Brussels, so I think they're really trying to get that energy back in their organization.
We should be seeing Girl Scouts here coming in a few minutes.
Be.
I don't know where they're at. They're lagging behind by a little bit.
They're slow tonight.
But the Girl Scouts are in these parades as well, with Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Girl Scouts. All three organizations do really good stuff in the community, and it also helps those kids out too as becoming leaders later on.
Excellent training for leadership development, and they have a lot of new fun projects with technology in both organizations.
So again, you're watching the 2019 Lighted Christmas Parade in downtown Russell. I want to thank you. We are a week later than usual because last week when the parade was supposed to happen,
we had a wind.
Oh, I heard it was really strong.
It was. You probably didn't miss that, did you?
Where I was driving through it.
Oh, okay. Well, it was very strong. These floats with their lights probably would have been in a different area of town before we got to see them on the parade route.
That's probably so. Here
There's
are
one
the
of
Girl
those
Scouts.
stars that we were talking about in the neighborhood.
It's like the one in your neighborhood?
Yeah, those are one of the stars that are in the neighborhoods. And this one I think that's coming up is a family float.
It's the Elf Off-Road Express is what it's supposed to be. And we're
can't see it. Yeah, I can't.
No.
I can't quite tell you yet what we're going to see.
And usually what happens is we usually get better, the video of this shows up, but what happens is people nudge further and further out trying to get candy as the parade goes along.
That's correct.
I think one of these years we're going to be out in the middle of Main Street with our camera.
We might be in the center and run
exactly.
over by the reindeer.
So here is that Elf Off-Road Express. So if you want to do some off-roading, got some icicles hanging from the bottom of it as well.
It does. It's got a lot of lights on it, but the gifts are all loaded on top, so we're in good shape. AgriLead, I think, will be coming up next in their Sprinter van. They are a local manufacturer of seed care products and technology, and they're passionately committed to the community. They do a lot of good things in our community.
We see a barbecue trailer too soon.
We do see a barbecue trailer.
Patsy D's barbecue trailer.
Patsy D's barbecue trailer.
Where's Patsy D set up a lot of times?
She's set up all over the community where people, when she gets ready to cook, it seems like there's one little post somewhere and then she's out of food.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she just has gotten a new trailer. So
and
we're
this is
excited
the new one?
for that. This is our new trailer. And she goes out to several different places in town. She's usually out, lately I've noticed almost every weekend. She's not been out this weekend because she's doing a little traveling, I think.
Really? And you say she'll post it like on Facebook or something like that?
And she will do catering for people. So if you have some things coming up and you need somebody for some catering, she will be happy to show up and make it happen. Obviously her specialty is barbecue, all kinds of it.
And we've got another float on its way, but we've got, again, another lag here in between, but it'll be the Diamond Miss and Pay It Forward entry in tonight's parade.
I would say that Diamond Miss is working with the Sunflower National Miss America pageant for a startup for girls.
Okay. And looks like I saw a donation somewhere that the Christmas tree on this next float was provided by the Diamond Miss Pay It Forward as well. So it's supposed to be some special Christmas tree. But it's got some sunflowers in it. That's what it is.
It does have sunflowers in it. Looks like we have some 4-H clubs that have been busy.
Yes, the Fossil Creek and Sunflower 4-H clubs on their way right now.
They must have picked up some elves that are going to be on their float, and they've created a Santa's Workshop theme.
Maybe we could hop on and we could get something built.
Yeah, we could.
Get our Christmas presents out of the way. Of course, their float represents the elves of Lincoln Street.
Yep. There's another one of those City Light holiday themes. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of those on the backside of the float.
We do have our elves, and we've got our truck coming along here. First place winner tonight, actually. I should have mentioned that as we were going along here. Probably because all the elves and all the lights on board. Looks like a lot of little elves on the back here.
They have a lot of 4-H'ers on that float. That's a great thing to see. And a lot of little elves on that float.
So that's what I saw.
Busy float.
Well, another float that, not really a float, but another entry we're going to see that we see a lot in the Russell Parade is the Shriners with their little cars and their little motorcycles. Usually having fun. I think I want to be a Shriner just to do this.
They are kind of fun. This is the fun, probably their funnest activity.
And of course, the Shriners help out a lot of great things in the community. Always fundraising for a great cause.
Yep. Adam Waymaster is the Shrine Club president this year. They do a lot of great things for children's hospitals and burn victims. That's amazing.
It does, and I've been part of that too. And there, look at that. Great educational and medical opportunities too for people.
Yep.
Maybe
it makes it harder on them when the crowds moved out as far. They can't quite do their patterns as well.
No, and they're also slowing down our parade a little bit. Everybody on all the entries has now had to stop so they can circle around.
I think their fire truck truck, which is the Shriners fire truck, is behind them coming up.
Oh yes, it is. That is the Shriners fire truck. Cool looking fire truck. A lot of lights on it, and a snowman. Or snowwoman, I'm not sure.
And I think that the Russell County Communications 911 is right behind them.
With their, with the Ranger.
Ranger.
Well, actually,
911 would probably wish that we would all take care of ourselves over the holidays so they could have a little rest.
Yeah, I know.
We are glad for their service. We're glad for that 24-hour no matter. They are there.
I see on the back of this upcoming float that'll come our way here in just a second, there's a candy cane on the back. I'm not sure, is candy cane one of the
Yes.
one of the neighborhoods?
Yes. And actually some of the older candy canes in town are made out of dryer vents.
Oh, really?
Yep, and sprayed and then positioned in with sucker rod so that they hold their shape, and then the lights around them.
And you said that started in what year?
I think they started in the 60s.
Oh, wow. So it's a tradition that's been around for a long time.
Been around. And what happened is for a while, everything was great. Everybody did their thing. We even have a 12 Days of Christmas theme on one of the blocks where everybody picked a different day and has that theme up. So it just kind of the enthusiasm to restart that, because sometimes you ask me about that. What happens if I move? Where's that decoration go? Well, it's a tradition a lot of times that when you move into a house, you'll see a Christmas decoration and people say, what is this? So you have to explain the neighborhood lighting project because people leave them there for the next person.
So it's in the garage.
It's in the garage.
Or the attic, maybe so. Here's the Jeep Club that we see from the area. This is the 785 or 785 area code, I guess, Jeep Club. It's based out of Hayes, but over here in the Russell area supporting the Jeeps over in Russell County too.
Cool. And I think that Global Oilfield Services trailer is coming, maybe?
We'll have to take a look here. It might be another Jeep too, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait till it gets a little closer. It might be part of the Jeep entry, yeah. Yeah, it's part of the Jeep process too. So we've got some nice lights on them.
Jeeps have some great lights on them. I was going to say that. Even the wheels are lit up on this one. It's fun to see all these lights and things standing, because I'm just telling you, if we'd been here last week, those lights would not have been standing on top of that car.
We also see lights along the top of the buildings in downtown Russell, and I know they changed them out, a couple of years ago, and they do not light the lights ahead of the parade. The parade is the official start to Christmas season, or actually the Christmas season, and that once they're lit, then we're good.
We're right. They'll be on every night until after up to the Christmas day and a little bit beyond. But yes, the outlighting of the buildings was done in the late 70s, early 80s, and we changed those out. The city of Russell changed the lighting out 2 or 3 years ago to blue.
Okay. And I think they're an LED now, which will save them some energy too.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like they're all somehow connected, because when they turn them on right before the parade, which is the official start of the season, they all light up all the way down the main street.
That's correct.
At the same time.
One switch lights them all up.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Who gets to do that? Do you ever get to do that?
I don't get to do that.
Do you win like some
I
kind
don't
of...
know who gets to do that. That must be the magic elf.
They should give a prize away or give some kind of contest if somebody can do that.
We used to do a countdown, like a 10, 9, 8.
Oh, yeah.
And count down to the lights on.
And then the parade would start, but that's not happening anymore.
And this is Global Oilfield Services trailer that's coming down now. They wish everybody, of course, a Merry Christmas from Global Oilfield Services. And they are part of the Mecca Plaza, and so they, of course, want to remind everybody about the train, and the train rides will be going on tonight after the parade.
Where do the train rides typically run from?
They start here at the Mecca Plaza, I believe, and then they go to different areas of town, and I think they alternate, so not every trip you take takes the same route.
Oh, that'd be okay.
Yeah.
As long as the driver knows.
Yeah. And I believe this is the Morris family with a 1942 Army Jeep driven by John Morris. And
Boy,
it is lit up.
We got a lot of Jeeps in this parade tonight. And this is old school here.
Yep. This is in honor of his late grandfather, Ron Burgett. It's a nice tradition, and it's a great Jeep, and they have great lights on it.
But I bet no heater.
Got no heater. It looks like it's outdoor. It's an outdoor heating plan.
We see the Russell County EMS now, and as you were saying just a little bit ago, I hope they don't have to, I mean, they'll have to work, but
Yes.
I hope they don't have to work.
Yes, but I'm glad they're here.
It's always good to see them in the parade. If they're in the parade,
That's
then
a good sign.
then we know that they're not out having to
And they are very lit up tonight.
rescue anybody.
Even got the outline all lit up in it.
I'm sure they have power sources in there for that.
I'm sure they do too. Makes that a little easier to light that up.
We're still anticipating Santa somewhere in tonight's parade. Haven't heard whether he's shown up yet or
I
not.
haven't not.
So we do have a little bit of a delay here.
We do. One of the things that we wanted to talk about briefly, at least I wanted to bring this back up just to promote it, is that the fact that next weekend they'll have Vinoc Fest here. It's a Main Street function.
Yes.
And it's a community function. There'll be a lot of clubs and organizations that'll have treats and foods, gift items. Stores will all be open. It's on Saturday from 11 to 3. But I also wanted to remind people that even tonight there'll be things going on after the parade. And I think something that we maybe forget to talk about, and since we have a lull, we're going to. I want to talk about the people who came out and judged the parade. If you wanted to be judged in the parade tonight, you had to be here at 5:30.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
early.
So Ashley Wickham, Clarissa Snyder, and Ashley Mai are parade helpers and judges. And then Deb Karst, Brian Whitmer, Diana Mai, and our small business Saturday helper, Joanne Waymaster, were all out to help them get lined up and ready to roll tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to have them help out and go around and judge. So they've been working a long day already. So we want to thank them for helping out.
And all these people who do entries, I mean, it looks pretty simple, but getting lights on vehicles is not always the simplest thing to do.
And then having to take them off too. But some people probably keep them on for a couple of days.
This is the Vopot Mud Toys, which it looks like the big mud toys on top of the trailer. It's a 68 F100. We have a big mud run over in Bunker Hill in Russell County, and a lot of people have a lot of fun with that.
Well, I know that wasn't lit up, and they're having that. They have some lights on the truck, but power must have gone out as they were starting up.
Gone out.
And then we'll have a couple of walk-ons coming our way here in just a few minutes, and we're still anticipating and to see if Santa's going to be in the parade tonight or show up tonight.
Hopefully, he got the memo.
Again, it's the Russell 2019 Russell Lighted Christmas Parade. And you're watching it on Eagle Communications Television and Hayes Post. Nice lights on this one too. And we've got a couple more entries coming our way, and then we'll see if Santa's coming. And I believe I see Santa turning the corner way down there.
Way down the street?
Yeah, we'll
see.
see.
But I do think there's some other entries right before Santa.
There are. Should have about two more coming your way before we see Santa Claus coming up, coming down our parade route here on Main Street in downtown Russell. It's tradition, and this parade's gone on for quite a long time.
The parade has gone on for a long time. I want to say the parade started in the late 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And for a while, I think we struggled a little bit, and then we were able to bring it back again. And so it has been a tradition, I think, for probably 30 years, 40 years going strong.
Trying to see what we've got here, if this is precision collision or not. My entry says that it is precision collision, but I'm not sure if that is or not. But they do have a lot of lights on it. It's kind of like the family truckster, but it's souped up a little bit.
It is. And it looks like the back end got some packages thrown in on it.
I think those are going to your house.
Oh, I hope so. It's been so good this year.
Not sure on the entry number now.
Well,
It's a 28, so that would be the
Mr. Cushman, maybe?
Yeah, it could be the Cushman. Yep, it's entry 28, so that would probably be right. Mr. Cushman.
Mr. Cushman, I think, is our smallest entry.
No, it's smallest, and he still has a lot of lights on it, though.
He does.
kind of a cool looking little vehicle.
It is.
And we have some reindeer coming our way.
We do
I
have
can
some
see
reindeer.
that. They're actually not. They're firemen, actually, or fire, yeah. Carrying the lighted hose, I think,
Yes.
or pulling the fire
Or
truck.
pulling the fire truck is the idea. And the good news for all those people who have been good this year is that Santa Claus has made it to Russell.
That's good. So the Russell Fire Department now with the fire men and women. We've got Santa Claus up on top with presents too. That's nice to see. And that would probably conclude our parade.
It will. I think that the police office will be behind these guys, and that'll be the end of this. And now everybody can go actually get their request to Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and also go write some letters to him at the library.
Very good. Well, that concludes the 2019 Lighted Christmas Parade in downtown Russell. Connie, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
And Mike Kerner, thank you for joining us too on Eagle TV and also Hayes Post. Have yourself a great Christmas season. The Russell Lighted Christmas Parade brought to you by STOPPEL Supply Company Incorporated, USD 407 of Russell, Fossil Creek Hotels and Suites, USA Express Convenience and Gas, Southwind Bank, POHLMAN-VARNER Peeler Mortuary, Russell County Eco Development, Bennett & Schulte Oil Company, and Eagle Communications.